Welcome back to some more mod jam with me, Illogical. Let's see. We have a mission about ready to go over here to extract a VIP and get a survivalist. We also have resistance contacts on the map, and we will be bringing our Reaper, Warden, Hitman, Crasher, Agent, and Rookie. It does look like we have a healthy amount of AP grenades, and we are still at force level 2. After we finish this mission, we'll need to counter up this dark event. I don't know what this dark event is, but we'll figure that out as we go. As far as Haven advisors, it does look like our roster is very tapped, which is nice, so not really necessary to worry too much about that. This will be a 10 to 12 as well, since we are going to be at strength 3, but I think we should be okay there. So let's go dive into it. Once again, we have our Reaper, Warden, Hitman, Crasher, Agent, and Rookie. Away we go. Now, you may hear some birds chirping in the background today. I did get 4 chickens this week, or 4 chicks. They're very young and very cute and very fun and kind of talkative this morning, bouncing around as well. Our lab is absolutely obsessed with watching them, just like we'll stare at that box all day. And my cat is slightly interested, but then she just wants to come cuddle with me. These loading screens are already taking much longer than I would have expected, so I apologize about that.
The Resistance is asking for our help in extracting a VIP who had been providing reconnaissance data in this area. We've got the coordinates, but it's likely we'll have to clear out a contingent of hostile forces to make this work. Menace 1-5, target coordinates incoming. Secure the VIP and proceed to the evac volume for extraction. Advent already knows we're here, so your position isn't concealed for the extraction.
Commander, I'm getting faint traces of a signal coming through. Someone on the ground is trying to reach us, but I can't make it out. Keep your eyes peeled for possible contacts down there.
All right, Shen, thank you. So we do actually have some scouting potential here because we do have a stealth unit, which should help our first engagement go hopefully fairly smooth. There is going to be 12 aliens potentially on this map. So I think I do want to get up and be a bit more aggressive, especially with the heavy use of shotguns we have here. Boom. You can stay on this side for a bit. I almost want to put my Reaper back here as well. Make sure that she is out of reach of anything that might engage prematurely. And then we have our singular rookie we're bringing, looking for, you know, some more class promotions. Yes, these guys look like they're going to be triggering since they are in vision range. Double biotrooper medic. Also found one of our civilians, and we see another pod behind them. So that's good to know. So if we get too aggressive here, we absolutely are going to be triggering this pod. So I need to be a bit cautious. Did not see where that biotrooper went. Actually, he might be right down here, isn't he? Yeah, he's right down there. Okay, let's see. Who can sit in half cover and maybe get a kill or two? Let's see if we want to start with Darava and what happens here. Now, can the AP grenade hit all 3? Oh, it can. Oh, we are going to clean this pod up quickly. Doobies. What are you, our agent? Oh, I definitely want to be leveling you up. Now, if we use the grenades early, we can use our aggressive run and slicing mechanics later and not trigger another pod just yet. Well aware there is another pod over there. And again, the early game is meant to be a bit easier, get you going into your campaigns which is why AP grenades still have their power.
I'm on it.
And it's definitely a part of the intent. So we'll get a nice overwatch with our Reaper here. I think we'll just hunker boom. He should be okay.
Oh, I'll be ready, all right.
Maybe we get some grazes from Kruka or Spanked. Or they'll run the other way. I mean, I'm okay with that. I do wish I knew where the next pod was, because there is up to 9 more enemies on the map.
BG. Hurry up! That's awesome.
A little bit more supplies, never hurt anyone.
Yeah, Kim.
With us not triggering another pod,
You don't have to tell me twice.
I think we do come down here.
No problem.
On the move.
Get ready for a better engagement with all our shotgun users. As much as I would like to take that shot, since we've moved everyone,
Something? What?
I think we're
All right.
gonna maintain a safe distance here.
I'm going home for a minute. I have to go to the bathroom.
A hit shuts down yellow alert, which is fantastic. Still get a green alert action, such as Overwatch or Hunker. And he does get the Hunker. Okay. Now, this isn't going to be a guaranteed hit because Hunker and starting aim is based on what you can see against the target, but we do even nail the crit at 7%. Okay.
My notepad so I can classify this new species.
Necromancer, Frost Trooper. That's going to be a bit of a challenging group to get on top of. So medic is in a position that's less than ideal as well. 30% is not going to be good enough. Like if I had vision, you could go melee the medic, but then you're exposing yourself to a flank. How do I get proper vision of this medic? I don't know if I do. I might need to flashbang the Frost Trooper. Actually, I might need to flashbang the Necromancer.
Moving to position.
Okay, we're definitely not getting that. So we may have to deal with a Frost Caress, which is a zombie that we'll have to kill ourselves. So if I go here, I could bring my Warden to get the kill and then get a movement action after. Keeps doobies in full cover position. I still might flashbang this Frost unit. Don't really want to AP this unit. And I still don't know where the other pods are.
Righto.
Guess let's verify that there's nothing over in this corner. All right. I might just be bringing Kruka closer up. We'll get the flashbang on the Frost Trooper. The Necromancer and his desire to summon a unit we'll have to just deal with when that comes up. So this is at squad site, half cover. So shouldn't be too terrible. This will give you full cover. The Frost Trooper doesn't really have the mobility to get a flanking position, I don't believe.
So, you gonna walk all day?
And we'll leave them somewhat controlled. See what happens. Okay, that was not a Frost Crest zombie. That was just a regular summoned zombie. So if we kill the Necromancer, that zombie will disappear. You know, Overwatch is not the best thing in the world, because now I have to find a way to clear the Overwatch. I could go Shadow, and that would give me a flanking position, I believe. I don't think I need the Shadow for the rest of this map. A big part of Mod Jam is really using the tools that you're given, right? Whether it be from Long War the Chosen or Mod Jam, but using them to solve the puzzle is how I really like to look at it. And we're doing a good job of solving these puzzles so far in this campaign.
Okay, Mommy. Back to me. It's me.
Doobie's gonna miss a 91 with his shotgun. Buddy, I was trying to feed you that kill.
Yep, just like old times.
But I guess we'll bring Karuk up, our crasher, keep the full cover position, see if we trigger other things.
Too easy.
And see, that zombie did disappear.
Go, go, go!
Evac is on the top of the building. Emergency life support is not a great pickup at all. How do we get up? I guess we have to go like up this way, or we'll have to go up and around. So let's prep Summers to go scout next turn for us. Engineer, Sentry, Trooper all coming in on green alert, so their only options are going to be to hunker or Overwatch. As we see, double Overwatch, kind of to be expected. We still do have an AP grenade that, if I can get around this corner, could do quite a lot. So I could go to this tile, actually, because it takes 2 tiles for them to trigger Overwatch using revert Overwatch rules. This is a Long War the Chosen mechanic. And this should remove some of the Overwatch, potentially even kill some units. Okay. Reaper is quite far back. So that is a flanking shot on this trooper. 79, better than a 91, Doobies. Good, well done.
He called me a pussy. I'm not a pussy. You're a pussy.
This Cartman voice pack may have to go for the YouTube campaign. Or we just embrace the debauchery. Okay, so my problem right now is lack of vision on this engineer. I don't know if there's a good spot I can go to get vision as well as get an action without potentially revealing Summers. Which at this point, I think it's okay. So the count isn't 10 or 11, it's 10 because one of those was a zombie, but on a 10 to 12, that either means the last pod is 2, there's a drone, or there's nothing. And I'm actually going to lean towards nothing. I did not expect you to still be on Overwatch, so very happy that Summers did not get hurt there. This definitely means Ava's not getting the kill, or he is. We're getting spoiler alerts in the top right. All right, Ava, way to go.
Wish you already, baby.
So now it's the gamble
Good to go.
on whether or not there's anything else on the map. There is nothing else on the map. If you're unaware of how I know that, I call it the rotate. When you swap sides between the two, between XCOM and Advent, Advent will get a little bar at the bottom saying something related to Advent activities, alien activities, right? If you don't have that bar, such as we won't have here in just a second, you know there's nothing else actively on the map. See, no bar, nothing, immediate swap back. Now, there is like an exception to this rule. If you have a bio faceless or something that turns into a faceless, The game oftentimes, even with nothing on the map, will try to work because it doesn't account for the previous unit disappearing properly. But hopefully by the time you're running into those units, you're familiar enough with what you're to be looking for that you can make a informed decision on how you're going to play. If you can run recklessly, or if there really might be something left on the map.
We must never allow these dissidents to fill our hearts with fear. Their victory today is a minor footnote in history. A small bump on the path of salvation the elders have...
We do have our hitman tired, which is unfortunate, as they're one of our scouting units. 22 supplies, emergency life support, and a survivalist. So our Reaper still going into this heavy shooting build. I muted myself briefly there. I apologize. So Hitman Shadow Melt lets you kill an enemy, get back into stealth. This can be useful to cleaning up the remaining enemy pods, or an enemy unit, and then let you keep scouting again. I found great value with this on things like troop columns and supply raids. Our Crasher is going to grab Trench Gun. The reason I tend to lean towards Trench Gun here is for one reason only, Lib 4. If you get an early network tower, having something with Trench Gun on that network tower is invaluable, as hopefully you're going to be able to stun everything and then hopefully use the Trench Gun to clean up a single pod by yourself. Survivalist is going to come in with 77 aim. I believe they have 7 aim growth on level at Squatty. So not the greatest aim Survivalist to start with, but good enough for now. Lethal is always fantastic. Precision can also be really good. Additional aim against targets in full cover. We'll have to consider what we're doing there. So I do think we're going to do one of my standard builds, which is going to end up using lead the target, probably heat arsenal, aggression, disabling shot, potentially bullseye. Lock and load also value could be good, but I think bullseye is going to be better, as this is going to reduce the aim and defense and will of targets they hit. And we're going to start off with fearsome. Now, fearsome doesn't always trigger. It's a chance. It's like 33%. But when it does trigger, it can be quite valuable. And then our agent. Our agent's going to be grabbing Perfect Plan and Phantom. Yeah. Get some hack score to get some objectives. Just as a recap. Ooh, hold on. We have a rookie as well. Another hitman, a shinobi, or a dragoon. So this is actually what I'm considering with our recap here. What do we have for hackers? So far we do have a recon. We have an agent who will get stealth. We have a hitman. We have another agent. So our stealth is fairly... Oh, and a shinobi. Our stealth is very good. The thing we're lacking the most is things like dragoons, specialists, hijackers, and 5 hack isn't terrible. But we'll grab the remote hacking potential. Ooh, unload is not bad either. Scouting report can be also very good. This is just like, hey, give me a buff every 5 turns. 8 protocol I do like as well in the dragoons. Okay, so if we take a look at our squad management screen, we do have that dark event to go queue up. Our will is pretty okay on everyone else. We could certainly bring the survivalist and dragoon on this, and leave a few of these rookies at home for that GTS that's coming up. Reduce contact cost as an intel package is also quite nice. That'll make expanding much easier. Now, that's going to take 4 days to scan, so we do hit the force level 3 mark before we were able to make contact with the new region. If we had somehow gotten that earlier, before the potential of swapping over to force level 3, getting a 3 connection opening on legendary would be absolutely nutty. But that doesn't seem to be something that can happen right now. So let's queue up. Let's take a look at this map real quick. This is a small town destroyer relay. Survivalist is going to just keep their sniper rifle. Don't have a stock yet. Our Dragoon is going to grab the laptop, going to grab a med kit. 15 mobility, 64 aim. I think we will keep the cannon there. Going into force level 3, I'm going to want some AP rounds, especially on our survivalist. I also want to shift away from all the AP grenades. We'll keep some of them. Not having stealth, continual stealth will be problematic. I think our agent is going to transition into a flashbang as they have good action economy. Our warden will keep an AP. Reaper will keep an AP. This will allow us to help control units we may not be able to kill in one turn. Everything else looks good with this squad, so let's send them off. So up next is potentially the recover item for our lib 1, which looks like we aren't boosting either. We sent 6 and we're getting it exactly 100% there. We also have a rescue VIP for a scientist, which will put our scientist count up to 3, which is pretty good. Our GTS is being built. This thing has strength 3 and strength 2 region. Let's go grab this since I don't really have anyone I can queue up for another mission right now. We did fail our covert action, but that's no surprise. If that had succeeded, we would have gotten 2 more early promotions. We're being informed of a supply raid. Now, 3 days, 12 hours is a timer we could boost. We could potentially catch it at force level 2. Really depends on the force level timer is. What I think I'm going to do though is I'm going to let this pass. And my reason for this is I'm going to let the strength move around. I don't want to be spiking vigilance and preventing strength really moving just yet. Strength 3 regions are very workable. I don't have, by the time we fly over there or cancel another mission and spend the intel on that, that may not really be a timer I'm comfortable doing. If it wasn't 3 to 4 day contact, unlocking a region before force level 3 would be absolutely insane right now. What I want to do though is I want to go look at this. I want to see what region this is potentially coming from based on the strength of the initial mission. 13 through 15 means strength 4 or 5. Plus 1 strength modifier. So I don't even think this is coming from East Africa. All right, we're gonna go back down to East Africa. This is also our starting region, which I can stop working really if we want to keep pushing liberation in this area. All right, we'll have a recover item, it looks like, next time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. See you soon.